guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the foundation ranked video that you guys have been waiting for. I just finished foundation week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll link it up in the iCard. But I basically tried all the new foundations that kind of launched this January, and I wore them for you guys, and now I'm gonna rank them from 1 to 7. Which ones do I think are really nice, are worth it, why, and kind of update you guys on those foundations as well. So these are my opinions. I do have dry normal skin. I do have a lot of like pigment, like dark spots that I need pigmentation. So my full coverage may not be your full coverage. My experience may not be your experience, but I'm gonna try to give you guys kind of my thoughts on why I rank them the way that I do. Keep in mind, I have 7 foundations and I'm ranking them from 1 to 7. Someone has to be in last place, someone has to be in the middle. Like, I have to rank these somewhere. So these are going from like my least favorite to like my favorite foundation. So let's get started. Number 7, the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. This one is $56, which is one of the biggest reasons that it's in last place, because it's so expensive and I feel like it's difficult to use. If you have dry patches, this isn't gonna work for you. And also you have to use a small amount so that it doesn't get cakey, because it can get cakey really quickly. I found that using a slick primer underneath, if you are going to use a primer, is the best way. Whenever I used my normal primer, the Hangover RX, that one just made it look cakey and it stuck everywhere. But I found if you use like a slick primer, like an oil primer, or specifically this one, the Cover FX Dewy Skin Primer, which is very kind of slick, almost silicone, but more slick than that, those work really nice underneath here. Or you can use no primer. It says that you're not supposed to use a primer, and it worked well without a primer. So this is my beef with this thing. I'm wearing this one on this side of the face, okay? I'm wearing the Hourglass stick on this side of the face, okay? Can you kind of see that, the difference? So this, you're supposed to use a half a pump for your entire face. It's supposed to be really pigmented, and it does have a lot of pigment in there, but it's a super thin formula. So there's a lot of pigment, super thin formula, and I find when I try to blend it with a sponge, it just looks patchy, and it takes forever for me to blend it in. Use a brush if you're going to use this. So that's kind of my first thing. Next is, if you use more than half a pump, it could possibly get cakey. It clings onto dry patches, and it still didn't give me full coverage for me. You can still see my dark spot here and a little bit of darkness here. On this side of the face where I use the Vanish stick, you can maybe see a tiny bit, but I only did one swipe and it kind of covered very quickly. This has more of a natural finish. This is more like a matte finish. And I think this one works better if you have dry skin. And this one, although it lasts longer than the stick, I think that this one's just too difficult to use for the price. I think it's not worth it for me. This one I have the shade Sand, and this one I have the shade Natural Golden, which is their olive tone, and I feel like these shades are pretty much look the same on the face. So if you are my shade, Sand might be your best bet. But I don't know, I don't like this one. I don't think it looks nice on the skin. It doesn't sit nice on the skin. It does last longer than the Vanish stick, but I think that if you're gonna try one of these, this one would be your best bet to try. Next is this, the Milani Conceal and Perfect is my number 6. This one is a good one, you guys. Here on out, besides the Hourglass one, these are all wonderful, but I had to put them somewhere, so I put this one on number 6 because I have other ones that I like more than this one. So this one I felt like it was a little bit, it's like a soft matte, but this one will cling to your dry patches. I felt like it just didn't go on as slick as one of the other sticks that I tried, and the shade itself, Natural Beige, was not my favorite. I felt like it was a little bit peachy. But this is nice, you guys. It is nice. It does look nice. I still stand true to the review that I did in the foundation week. I do like it. I think it's nice. If you have oily skin, I think you're going to love this. If you have dry skin but you don't have dry patches, I think you can love this as well. I think it is really nice, and I do like it with an oil primer as well. If you're wondering, I think this is just an all-around good foundation, but it's not my favorite stick, but it's good. It's good. Okay, next, number 5. You guys, if these other foundations weren't so wonderful, this would be up there like number 1, number 2. I really like it and I'm gonna wear it a lot. It's the Morphe Fluidity foundation. So I only like this with oil primer, you guys. This is a match made in heaven. This is the Revolution Baking Oil. You can find it at ULTA, and it looks so good underneath this if you have dry skin. It just gives it such a smooth, beautiful, plumpy look to the skin. It does give you a lot of coverage, and I really love it. And I love this olive shade. So this is 2.50, which is an olive shade, and I find that this, underneath this, just helps it be more moisturizing, but the matteness in this foundation still makes it so it doesn't break apart. If you have dry skin and you're wondering, well, why do you put an oil underneath a matte? Just use a glowy foundation. Glowy foundations can break apart during the day, but when you use a matte foundation and a glowy primer underneath, it gives you that glow without breaking apart. And it also does good with not transferring too bad. It kind of transferred a little bit if you're touching and like swiping at your face, but if you're not doing that, I think that it lasts really, really long. And I love this combination. Like, I am in love with this combination. It looks so amazing. So those are my thoughts on that. If you have dry patches though, this is matte, guys. This is matte formula. You can try the oil primer, but sometimes, you know, the patches kind of seep through. All right, number 4, you guys, the Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This is an amazing foundation. It looks beautiful on top of the skin. Now, this is a thin formula. And I think this is what Hourglass was trying to do. This is a thin formula with full coverage, but it doesn't have too much pigmentation where it's sticking everywhere and there's like patches. It looks smooth on the skin no matter what you use, no matter what primer you use underneath. It's really good, and it's so affordable. I have the shade Golden Beige. My top says 140. I have discovered that there is no such thing as 140. I don't know if they messed up on my sticker, but this is the shade Golden Beige, if you're wondering. It's shade Golden Beige. It fits me really well, and I do really like it, you guys. Check this out. Try it. Full coverage, lightweight, lasts all day. It's just really, really good. All right. Number 3. I was battling between that one and this one for the number 3 spot, but oh, I love this so much. This is the HardCandy Glamaflauge Full Coverage 16-Hour Wear Foundation. It is so good. I have the shade Olive, which is my perfect match, and I love this so much because, and the reason it's at number 3 is over the Infallible is because it's only $6. It only costs $6. This one does feel a little bit moussier, a little bit heavier on the skin. Not too heavy, but it's definitely heavier than the Infallible Fresh Wear. But it does give you maximum coverage. I think out of all of them, this one gives me the most coverage out of all of the foundations. And I'm talking about like my dark spots are covered kind of coverage. If you don't have dark spots, they're all gonna probably give you a lot of coverage. The Infallible Wear will, the one I'm gonna talk about next, the Hourglass one will, the Morphe one will, but I have dark spots, so I need like maximum coverage. But I really, really love this one because it looks so smooth, and this one is one of the ones that I cried in, and there were no streak marks. It wasn't coming apart. I don't think it's waterproof, like if in the water and like I'm touching my face, it's gonna stay put. But if I like cry or if there's humidity in the air, this one stays put, and it's so inexpensive. Doesn't have a good shade range, but it's definitely worth a try to check out, you guys. It is amazing. It has this doe foot applicator, and this is kind of one of those ones that really does make your skin look smooth and plumpy and just really, really, really nice. So I absolutely love this one. Number 3 spot, you guys. I think from number 4 and up, you'll be good with trying any of those. Number 4 and up, you'll be good with trying any of those. The Morphe one I don't put there because it just depends your experience. I wouldn't recommend it without an oil primer, but that's why I'm saying number 4 and up, you're clear to try out. Any of those will seem good. So that's that. Number 2, how can I not have this baby? This baby is worth 10 times worth more than the Hourglass. This one is 10 times better than the Hourglass one. This is the Forever Skin Glow from Dior. I love this. I'm the shade 2WO. They have a lot of shades. They have a matte version. They just have a regular Forever version, depending on what you want. And just Dior knocks it out of the park every time. Just really nice. And this is one that is worth the money. Really lightweight, gives you that coverage, looks smooth, looks beautiful on the skin. This one is one that looks glowy but not dewy, moist, or sticky, or clammy. Sometimes when foundations are dewy, sometimes it's too much. Like it just makes you feel like your face is sweating all the time. Do you know what I'm talking about? You feel maybe claustrophobic a little bit. This one gives you like a glow, but it looks like as if you put a super glowy primer underneath and then a natural finish foundation. So you look like skin, but you can see like that glow. That's kind of how this looks. I can't explain it. It looks different than any of my other dewy foundations. It really is skin glow, like just gorgeousness. I really love it, you guys. It comes with a pump. It looks beautiful, high-end. I just have like a special place in my heart for Dior. I just really, really love it. So I definitely recommend this. Number 2 spot. Barely got knocked out of number one, barely, by this amazingly $5.99 foundation. Number 1 is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Stick Foundation. This looks so skin-like. This is the most skin-like foundation I own, you guys. It looks so gorgeous. And it's only $5.99, so I have 2 shades. I have Buff Beige and Golden Honey. I think Golden, I don't remember which one I told you guys matches me all over the best. I'll put it down below. But I used one to kind of highlight a little bit with, one to put all over the face. I love this so much. You don't have to set it, you guys. You don't. You can go throughout your day without setting it if you have dry skin. And it just looks beautiful and gorgeous and so skin-like. It looks like my skin is naturally just perfect. I can't even explain it. It just melts into the skin. You can use it with a sponge, with a brush. Sometimes you can use a brush and then kind of use the sponge over top to really melt it into the skin. And oh my gosh, I can't even tell you guys enough. This is one, for $5.99, I think you should try this. Regardless of what foundation you have, I think this is one that you should just give it a try, give it a go, see how you like it. It's just really, really freaking amazing. I love this so much. I can't even tell you guys. So, those are my foundation week foundations ranked. All the new foundations that just recently released ranked from 1 to 7. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and thank you so much for foundation week. You guys have been so amazing. I love reading your comments. You guys, in your comments, don't just talk about makeup, you guys. Tell me about yourselves. Tell me where you're from. Do you have kids? What school do you go to? Things that you like, hobbies that you like. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. I love answering questions. Tell me, you know, maybe your favorite lipstick you're loving. Maybe something you're excited about in the week. Tell me things about you guys. I want to kind of build this relationship a little bit more. I really have been enjoying reading you guys' comments. You guys make me feel so good every time I go in there and I read something. I'm just so glad that you're loving my videos, that you're actually loving them enough, because I'm someone who watches a lot of YouTube videos, and I may love a YouTuber and I may love watching their videos, but it's like another level if you're actually commenting in their videos. I'm not one to comment unless I really love that video or I really want to say something. So for you guys to comment and to take that step makes me think that you must really love that video or really want to talk to me and to interact with me. So that's really, really cool, you guys. Thank you so much. You are so amazing. I know I say that a lot, but you really are. You guys are so amazing. I am going to be taking a little tiny bit of a break. Maybe I'll post one video and then I'll take a little bit of break, like a week, but I'll be back, you guys. So make sure you're subscribed. Even if you're subscribed, check that the notification bell has been smashed so that you can be notified, because sometimes they'll like unsmash you, they will unbell you, they will take off that bell for you. I don't know. Just make sure you check. But yeah, you guys, that's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.